Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Joshua Quartey, 28 years old from Ghana. He came into his Commonwealth super-middleweight title fight against Mark Jeffers with a very flashy record, 10 wins, 9 KOs, no draws, no defeats. And he got chopped up and blown out of there in 3 rounds by Jeffers. So I guess we can say this was a case of having a record that flattered to deceive. Quartey, you look at his record, no recognisable names on there, a lot of second raters, third raters, fourth raters. Compare this to Jeffers, who came in with 18 wins, 5 KOs, hits harder than that deceptively paltry KO ratio suggests. No draws, no defeats. Jeffers is good height for the weight, 6 foot tall, 168, 26 years old, so he's approaching his prime, and he's really sort of fought with an increasing amount of confidence over the last sort of year and a half, 2 years. He beat Zach Chelly for the English super-middleweight title. And that seemed to be his coming out party. He won a unanimous decision, deservedly so. He then beat Jermaine Brown, who's a decent domestic operator, defended the English title, 10-round decision. Stopped Darren Johnson, who was previously undefeated in 5 rounds, and now he's got rid of another undefeated fighter, which is Quartey, in 3 rounds. So he's kind of flying, Jeffers, and I really like the way he's been brought along. I really do, because he made he had the usual runarounds against Journeyman just to cut his teeth, and then he made that jump up against Chelly. He was the underdog, to put it mildly. He clearly won. I think it was relatively competitive, but he won. Jermaine Brown, I think that's a good win, that Jermaine Brown win. And his confidence is building, and he's only 26, so he's got he's got a few years left to play with, definitely. So I suppose, now that he's got the Commonwealth belt, I think it was vacant, was it the Commonwealth belt? Should have checked on that. But maybe the British, go for the British at super middle, if he doesn't want that, and who wouldn't want it? I mean, the British title's a great belt to have. To put that on your resume and have yourself in the record books as a British champ would be great. He's been the English champ. Commonwealth, it seems British is the one to go for next. He might, if he gets a chance, go up to European level, fight for the EBU. But clearly he's been brought along very well. And he is a very accomplished textbook boxer, because he's an orthodox fighter. Like I say, a very textbook stance, some really nice straight punches, but he goes to the body as well. I mean, I keep saying this to virtually every video I make, go to the body, kill the body and the head will fall, all those cliches. They're absolutely true. And Mark Jeffers definitely does that. And this paid real dividends very quickly against Joshua Quartey, who had the air of someone who'd never been hit back before, to be honest with you, with 9 KOs in 10 wins against nondescript opposition. That probably was the case. But Jeffers was beating the guy up. No, make no mistake about it. He was chopping him up with the body shots, switching it to the head. I mean, there was nothing that Jeffers did that didn't come straight out of a manual. And I don't mean that disparagingly. Quite the contrary. If you're teaching a kid how to fight, you take him or her and you get them to watch videos from people like Mark Jeffers who do it in the textbook way. Once they've learned the script being the way of doing it, the technical way of doing it correctly, then if they've got any sort of, shall we say, excess athletic ability, they can sort of go off script, go off at a tangent, do their thing, which may involve, I don't know, bending a few of those textbook rules, as all great fighters can do, and then you can come back to the script, because you know the script, because you know the basics, because you've learnt the fundamentals. Some fighters do, for example, they used to say about Roy Jones, he does everything wrong in a manual sense, a textbook sense, but he's so athletically brilliant he could get away with it, and he was a magnificent talent. Most people, if not everyone, doesn't have that level of natural ability, athletic ability or fighting ability. So you have to learn the fundamentals, the basics, and get them down pat. And Mark Jeffers has done that. And I think any young fighter should look at that as an example. Because Jeffers' his footwork, he moves forward, he's aggressive, he's very front-footed, not reckless to any degree, never seems to fire a punch that's wasted. He's always looking. It's like one punch will lead to another. So when he jabs, he'll have something else in mind that he's going to follow up with. It isn't just, I'm going to land the jab. It's, I'm going to land the jab and then I'm going to throw the right hand. If I miss with the right hand, I'll come back with the left hook. And, all that stuff that you learn when you're a young kid. Does it very, very well indeed. And Clotty, not Clotty, keep calling him Joshua Clotty. It's Joshua Quartey. Joshua Quartey had no answer to this at all, none whatsoever. And in the third round, Jeffers was pouring all over him. Again, not in a reckless way, in a very, very cold-blooded, typical sort of hunter's way. And Quartey had no answer. He went down by the ropes, got up, he looked a little bit forlorn, to be honest, but he carried on, fair play to him. Then he got floored a second time by the adjacent ropes. His big right hand put him over. He gets up. The referee sort of looks at him. Kieran McCann was the referee, looked at him and thought, go on then, have another go. But nah, it wasn't happening. Jeffers went after him again, very, very cold-blooded, kept discipline, kept patient, let his hands go, quickened his feet up, did all the obvious things that you're supposed to do. Pin Quartey on the ropes again, bang, bang, bang. Referee steps in, it's all over. And so a good 3-round win for Mark Jeffers. Not bad at all. And yeah, like I say, let's get him on to bigger things now. I think he's getting into his prime at 26 if he's not there already. So Ben Shalom's his promoter. This was on Sky. It's up to Ben now to get him those future opportunities. And don't be too surprised if he takes them as well. Good little fighter, Mark Jeffers. Anyway, what did you think? What do you think of Mark Jeffers? What do you think his next step should be? Where do you think he's going? How high is his ceiling? Tell me what you think based on what you've seen. I think it's definitely European level. World level, we'll see. The jury's out, but definitely European level. I'd go for the British or EBU next. But let me know what you think. Comments below. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for watching and hit the like button if you like the video. Build the channel up and more to come. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.